not to put you on the spot with predictions or anything, but how do we stop this this Texas onslaught? Then, like you've just won 5 years in a row at Cal. You and Dave and the Cal man, 5th year in a row winning the conference. But now you're coming into the NCAA, and it's almost going to be like the 5th year in a row of, finishing second to Texas kind of thing. So it's like, how do we stop this, or how do you stop it? Not me, but you and the Cal guys. Obviously, you're going in on paper again, another year where it's kind of like on paper the swimming is head to head. I mean, you're both stacked, you're both talented, but then it comes down to Texas having diving again, and it's that same old story that the divers are going to score a lot of points for them. So it's like, is there a way around this? Can you finally crack this code where you can overcome this diving difference?
Well, I think Brett, when I was at Auburn, we in the early years didn't have good diving. In fact, there were meets where we put Bill Pilzik and Dean Hutchinson up on the diving boards to score a couple extra points against Florida because we didn't have any depth in diving to get us a couple of points. And, when they did a can opener, it really pissed off the diving coaches, but they had fun with it. But we don't have any. We're not going to put any can openers up on the diving boards, with the Cal team this year. The answer to your question, Brett, I think Eddie is a master of preparing his guys for NCAAs. Mm-hmm. I think he's a guy that has it, down, to me, to a real science of what he does with stuff. I think this year the strength of Cal is that 5th year class. And I do feel like the desire to win is as strong as it can be. So I think it's going to be an epic battle. Mm-hmm. And yes, you got to start off like they did at conference. When we were behind by 130 points behind Stanford, it's just that's just the reality of what it is going to be. That when you finish prelims, you're going to get a couple little whacks on the side of the head at halfway through the day when the diving comes through. Matt does a great job with the divers there, and he has the reputation there where he gets that extra half point based on his history. So you sort of know that's coming, and I think that when it comes to what can be the difference for Cal will be sort of the emerging guys. The emerging guys have to start, coming through at this level. And, and there were a lot of guys on, Dave had a lot of guys unshaved for conference, which, by the way, freaked me out because I'm like, Dave, aren't you worried they're not going to get under the cut? Because a lot of them are, they're on bubble times, but he just, Dave has a feeling for that because, on that last weekend, what it takes. And fortunately, 18 did qualify at the end of the day, so he has a full squad going. So I think we're in a good position to give Texas a really good meet. It's good, and honestly, Florida looks really good. NC State, I think still has a lot more in the hopper. So it may not be a 2-team battle, and in fact, I think some of the cases where it's what's going to play out is some of the other teams and filling events really fast are going to make the environment quite a bit different, and they're going to tip the scores one way or the other. So you're going to have differentials of knocking somebody down into the consolations that normally would have been the finals because it's a super fast event, and you just hope you're not on the negative side of that. And in fact, at conference at Pac-12s, early in the meet, we got 9ths and 17ths. Later in the meet, we got 8ths and 16ths, and sometimes it's luck like that, Brett. You know that, and that's so sort of the saying is, I'd rather be lucky than good, and so you sort of want to prepare as well as you can, and then you sort of got to put it in fate's hands a little bit.